This is probably gonna be filmed in like 2 different days. But I went to get a private ultrasound done yesterday because that's just something that I like to do. I like to have pictures of baby's face, especially whenever like you're pregnant. Like unless you're like high risk, you don't really get that many ultrasounds. They usually say that like the best time to get pictures is between like 28 and 32 weeks. With my daughters, I went about like 24 weeks or so, and we still ended up getting really good pictures of them. This time I did not go around 24 weeks. I waited a little bit longer just because I just had so much going on. Baby boy was not cooperating. So they typically will tell you for like a private ultrasound, at least where I go, to have something sweet and sugary 30 minutes before your appointment time, so that way it'll hopefully wake baby up. Well, like I said, my appointment was yesterday. So yesterday morning, before I had even ate anything or drank anything, he was throwing a party. I was like, great. This always happens to me. But I mean, thankfully, like I said, with my daughters, we got really good pictures anyways. So I drank my drink and then went to my appointment. He was moving a little bit less on the way there. They bring me back. She starts the ultrasound and he's uncooperative. Like she had me lay on my left side, she had me lay on my right side, lay on my back. She messed with my belly a lot to like try to wake him up, and he was just unbothered. Like he would not move, even though she was like, you know, pressing on my belly, squishing my belly, all kinds of stuff. She was super nice though. She was like, okay, I have somebody coming here in a little bit for another appointment. So you can come back in an hour after I'm done with them and we can try again. And she was like, you know how he's kind of active at night? What you can try to do is like not make any sudden movements. Try not to talk as much, and when you do talk, try to talk softly to try to trick him that I'm like going to sleep. So we went down the street to a gas station, and my fiance got me some hot Cheetos because in the past when I've had an ultrasound and like one of my babies was being stubborn, they had me have spicy food beforehand. So I had some hot Cheetos and whatnot. And then he freaking starts moving a little bit after, and I still have about like 20 minutes or so before I need to go back. We go back and he had moved to where she needed him to move. He was like looking up, but he had his face like in my placenta, like snuggled up to the placenta. So we still didn't really get good pictures. I'm hoping when we go back in a week or two that we get some better pictures because we really did not get to see his face that much. I'll show some of the pictures. Like out of all the pictures we got, this is the best one that we got of his face. Like you can see one of his eyes and then like his nose and then like a little bit of his mouth. And then this one is not as good, but like you can see like part of his eyes and like his side profile. But yeah, he's like burying his face into my placenta. But from what we did see, he looks like my youngest. But hopefully I come back within like a week or two to add on to this and we have some better pictures. Okay, I'm a little bit upset because it's about a week later and we still didn't really get pictures of his face. He was facing my back, and then he was also like folded up like a pretzel. Like he had one foot like basically like by his mouth and like in his mouth, and then the other one was just like crunched up like normally. So yeah, we still didn't really get good pictures of his face. At this point we're just gonna wait until he's born to see his face.